got a new poll by Pew Research taken among Muslims all over the world says that almost half of the Muslim world support radical groups like Hamas and Hezbollah, which, by the way, use violence to kill people like us, Americans. Al-Qaeda, less popular, but almost half the Muslims in Nigeria think that's just fine. And here it is, this Muslim survey. You'll see it there. Hamas and Hezbollah are viewed favorably in many Muslim nations. Al-Qaeda, a 49% approval rating in Nigeria with a heavily Muslim population. Here to discuss this and where we're heading, Fox News terror analyst Walid Phares. He's got this brand new book addressing this very topic. It's called The Coming Revolution, The Struggle for Freedom in the Middle East, which hits bookstores today. Walid, first off, do you paint as grim a picture as my intro just laid out?
Not really, because on the long run, what we see that civil societies in the Middle East, those who are given the freedom to express themselves, such as, for example, last year, 1.5 million Iranians under the Iranian regime took the streets and told us 60% are women, 70% under the age of 18, that they want freedom, they want democracy. 5 years before, remember, the Theaters Revolution in Beirut, 1.5 million people took the streets. So there are spots in the Middle East where we can see this rise for freedom. And of course, the jihadists are making progress.
But, you know, people get frustrated because WikiLeaks in particular, you see the Saudi Arabia, not their government, so to speak, but the rich people there supporting Al-Qaeda, providing all the financing. In Kuwait, there's no law in Kuwait against radicalism against us or against Al-Qaeda. Same thing in Pakistan. They actually don't do anything but try to thwart our efforts to suppress the terrorism there. Why should Americans feel optimistic?
Well, because these guys have the money. If you have the money, you have the microphone, you have the networks, you have the control to the classroom, and you have access to international media. All these, you know, satellite media in the Middle East which are broadcasting jihadism are funded by very rich people. If you go online, if you go on YouTube, if you go on Facebook, then you see your customers.
So when these people rise up in Iran against the oppression, and a lot of them pay the price with their lives and certainly imprisonment, what do you do to push that forward, to give these people a sense of hope if you're America?
Well, first of all, you give them visibility. Among and beyond everything else, what these dissidents are telling us is that talk about us, receive us, give us interviews, do to us what you did with Lech Walesa and Václav Havel.
Fine, but does that mean we don't deal with the Saudi government, the Yemeni government? We don't love their practices, but we need them to stop terror.
We could do both. We could engage diplomatically, as we did with the Soviet Union, as we did with many dictatorships. We have to have ambassadors. We talk with them, but our civil society will talk with their civil society.
George Bush used to say, fundamentally, people want freedom. They want a chance to express themselves and reach their potential. Everyone says, you are naive, Mr. President. Who was right?
I think he was right. His bureaucracy was wrong. He said people want freedom. We saw millions in the streets of Beirut and Tehran. We are seeing tens of thousands on internet telling us this. The problem is our bureaucracy was not ready for that.
We'll see you on radio. We'll talk longer. Coming Revolution, the name of the book, an important book, The Struggle for Freedom in the Middle East. Thanks so much, Walid. Congratulations on the release.
Thank you.
All right. Meanwhile,